G'day folks, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Hope you guys are doing well. We have reached the Blushing Mermaid and we're hot on the trail of this missing girl, Vanra. Apparently her mother, Laura, I think her name is, came in here, sort of caused a bit of a ruckus and was booted out. And perhaps maybe this Captain Grizzly might know a little bit more about the situation, so we're going to see if we can try and look for him. But obviously there's maybe a whole bunch of different characters here for us to speak to before we even get there. So let's get to it. I don't know how I feel about like bringing the entire group of summons and all that sort of stuff, but perhaps maybe the rest of the party can still come with us. The summons... yeah, I mean, I don't even know where our water elemental is. Oh, okay. Well, that's pleasant, isn't it?
What do you think happened to the old bride?
Okay. Let's just guide our water elemental to the bar.
Catch her with you, freshie. Thinking about it. Almost drunk enough to say
Actually, it is down this way. Is it the Blushing Mermaid or the Blushing Maid? I think it might be the Blushing Mermaid, if I'm not mistaken, but... yeah, mermaid, not maid. Alright. And what about all of our ghouls? I only see 3 over here. Oh, I guess that we only have 3 left. And... god damn it, why are people like this? What? Why are people like this? Jahira's not even here.
Call and I answer. Someday I will sit down. I mean it.
If there's anything that really frustrates me with this game, it's actually this sort of stuff. Like, I wish a lot more of the, you know, companion movements and the summon movements were a bit more intuitive. Yeah, okay, she's not responding to grouping. So we're going to have to guide her up there as well.
And these things have stayed interesting. All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Okay, that's everyone. Goodness me. Oh, and Ursa. We need to bring Ursa together. And I'll leave the ghouls for the time being. The ghouls can just hang out in front of the bar.
On my way.
Scaring everyone else away. Rules in this bar. A list of bar rules written in a firm yet elegant hand. No fights, no magic decanters. The only BYOB we endorse is break your own bones. No gobbing in the glasses. You smack a passing server's bottom, you forfeit the offending hand. Get frisky with your partners elsewhere. You don't have to tip, but it does help us verify you aren't an asshole. You spill it, you buy it. Drink plenty of water and let a member of staff know if you feel sick or unsafe. Adventurers, leave your carers at the door. This is where you let your hair down, alright? A good set of rules, I would say. Yeah, we did have a chat with Placer, didn't we? So that's fine. Let's have a chat with people who are sober enough to have a chat with us.
Sell on the market.
Please, honey. Creditors are clawing at our door. This marriage will save the business. Just meet the Nilsson's son. One meeting. For us. For your family.
Excuse me, sir, quick question. Would you marry a stranger so your family can make buckets of gold?
I mean, on the one hand, you have saving the family, which I get, but your life is your life, right? I don't know about marriage, but I'd meet the guy at the very least.
See? I'll tell your mother to make arrangements.
But Dad...
Not another word. You'll meet the Nilsson boy, and you're going to love him. I promise.
I mean, it's not like she has to marry the guy after meeting him, right? Like, she can get to know him a little bit, and if she likes what she sees, then, you know, she can make a decision then.
Want to hear a hot one? The other day, I met some folks who banded together to fight back. Against what, you ask? Hags. How stupid can you get?
Hey. Tipplesome patron.
The captain is gonna belt the heads off these lads if they keep singing. Stick around. It's gonna be quite the show.
We still need to figure out who's the captain.
You know, Captain Grizzly? She glared at me once. Nearly pissed myself. It was amazing.
I'll have a word.
I'm cockeyed. Another! Cap, my fearsome cap.
Gotta stay sharp in case the captain calls on me. She likes a bit of pearl diving, spot of keel hauling. The old argy-bargy, if you get me.
Ain't no better grizzly than Captain. I mean, Captain than Grizzly.
Oh man. Bit of argy-bargy, apparently, goes on here. Let's see.
Witness the charms of Shimmer the Siren for yourself. Will you blush like a mermaid?
Vindorgo. Will any of these guys who are a little bit too drunk actually wake up at some point so we can actually speak to them or interact with them in any way? Who knows? Oh, okay, this is Captain Grizzly. We will have a chat with her as soon as I think we're done with the rest of the patrons. Let's go back this way, see if we can have a chat with these two, and then we'll have a chat with the captain.
If you're some big fan of Duke Gortash, turn your ass around and walk. Preferably straight into the harbour waters.
Word of advice, don't open a tap here. I didn't pay for 16 months, and suddenly it's work off your debt or lose a limb. Not a bit of reason on them.
I mean, you didn't pay for 6 months, so...
Do that. Can't Bruno get a minute just to sit down.
My fearsome cap. Love it, sweet baby.
Alright. Let's come into this space and let's have a chat. Oh, she looks very drunk. Is there anything interesting here aside from the captain? The Quarter Soon. Sune? Soon. An excerpt from the Quarter Soon, a guide to sexuality, eroticism, and emotional fulfillment. Detailed diagrams accompany every page. On your journey to sensual alignment, treat each passionate encounter as a dance. Your movements should flow from one to another like a river through the mountains. For instance, it would likely be uncomfortable for you and your partner, or partners, to move immediately from the bugbear bend into the underdark choke. Instead, after strenuous positions, gentler ones such as threading the weave or transitive plane are encouraged. It is also important to treat your partner's care post-encounter as the final step to this dance. Recipes for scented oils, for Exhausted muscles, tea blends for sore throats, and massage tips can all be found in latter chapters. Bit of a Kama Sutra-esque book.
But then the bosun. Can't a captain be bloody hungover in peace? Oh. Why, hello there. Captain Grizzly at your service. What can I do for a long drink of water like yourself?
Doesn't a captain need a ship?
You're standing in it, smart ass. Or her innards, at least. She may not sit on water no more, but she'll always be my ship.
What services do you offer?
Oh, there's drinks aplenty at the bar. Anything else? Well, those days are behind me. Even for one as fine-looking as yourself.
I'm here about the missing girl, Vanra.
Oh, not this claptrap again. Listen, Laura was here, all right? Knocking back pints like there's no tomorrow. But she was alone. I saw head nor ass of this so-called kid, and when we tried to kick her out, she pulled a knife on my front man. Bet she didn't tell you that bit, huh?
No. No, she didn't.
That's 'cause she's taking you for a ride. And not the fun kind. Look, I know Laura from my pirating days. She ran with Bart Blackdagger's crew. Heard they tossed her overboard when she gutted the bosun over a game of cards. Now, I'd no beef with her before this. All are welcoming the maid. But threatening my staff, claiming we took her kid, she's bonkers. Dangerous. Next time she pulls a knife on me and mine, someone might die. Something has to be done.
Okay, so she's claiming that she's, you know, playing us all, including the hag survivors in that case. But I mean, if she was that desperate to go to the hag survivors, maybe there's some truth in it. But it seems like she's got a little bit of a reputation as well, this Laura, so I wonder if we can confront her about it. A child is missing. I just want to get to the bottom of this.
Gods! Do I have to spell it out for you? There is no child. Laura is mad as a box of frogs. She's dangerous. And I couldn't call myself a captain if I stood by and did nothing. I hate that it's come to this, but I'll pay a hoard of gold to whoever scuppers her. Permanently.
Damn, that's a lot of gold though. That's insane.
No less insane than lying about having a kid. If you don't do it, I'll find someone else. You can make it painless. Not everyone will.
Absolutely not. I refuse to do your dirty work.
Oh, you're no fun. I wanted you to stain your soul with the blood of an innocent mother.
Oh, well, guess I'll just decorate the room with your insides. They'll match my new carpet beautifully.
Oh. She's a hag. So where is Captain Grizzly then? That's my question.
Hello, Petal. Miss me?
She's pregnant. So does that mean she's consumed Vanra? could be. But I killed you.
Did you think you were the first? That I didn't plan for it, Petal? Marina ran off with the child I was promised. Because of you. So I had to find myself a new one. And little Vanra was so very tasty.
God damn. Oh, look at her stomach.
I'm already showing. Doesn't it suit me so well? Venra sits in my belly, growing fat with power. In time, I'll vomit her up and have myself a fresh young hag to train. Unfortunately, that leaves me in a pickle. For while I'd love to rip your guts out, I shouldn't. Exertion is bad for the baby, you know. So, walk away. Walk away and let me a fine hag make.
So is there even a way for us to get out of this situation with Vanra saved? Is she dead? I don't even know. But no way I'm letting her go though. So yeah, surrender the child immediately.
What? You'll kill me? Touch me, and the girl dies. And I'll simply return, stronger than ever. A woman in my condition should be relaxing in the bath, not dealing with this nonsense. I'll leave you to my crew, matey. And should you somehow survive, stay away, or Vanra will suffer.
God damn. Alright, these guys. Oh, they were all red caps in disguise. The hell? Alright. Well, we're gonna have to fight our way out. These ghouls, they're not in combat just yet, but I guess they're sort of like staying still. They have a mind of their own, so they probably won't join us unless... Yeah, we could just do that, right? Have them sort of come into our position and then join the battle. I don't see any enemies down this way. There are a lot of patrons that I'm worried about being in the way. Yeah, so something must have happened to Captain Grizzly as well. I'm not entirely sure if we'll be able to find out what happened to her, but... Okay, let's begin. Let's just maybe firstly take a look at if there's anything we need to be aware of. So, we did see this before, steeped in slaughter. Ethel's Twisted Blessing. Multi-attack, Bloodlust. Yeah, so if they kill, they will regen. Maybe bringing in those ghouls isn't such a good idea because if every one of them gets kills from them, they could heal. Twisted Blessing. 40 hit points, the strength and constitution scores are increased by +2, and their attacks deal an additional 1 to 12 slashing damage. I don't think there's anything too special aside from all of that multi-attacking and healing from kills. Not all of them have all of those features, apparently. Okay. So how are we gonna play this? I'm sort of hoping that we can control the situation a little bit. I think this is a decent start. And hopefully they don't actually target any of the other patrons. Yeah. I do want to see if I can do a little bit of damage, though. And I'm just thinking, is there any decent spell I can throw out? Obviously something that doesn't require concentration. We need actions for these anyway, so I guess I won't really be able to do too much. Got 8 potions of speed. I think I'm gonna put that on Blue. Give him an additional action. And I'm just hoping that some of these guys manage to bunch up eventually. I only have one more level 3 spell slot, so this is probably not the right time to use this. But what I could do is I could use arrows of many targets. I just don't know if it would accidentally hit any of these patrons, though. My assumption is no, that won't happen. But I could be wrong. Okay. Decent. I could perhaps maybe do another one, since they're all bunched up. Yeah. Okay, decent. Let's just pull Blue out of there, and just move him away from potential danger. We don't want him going down the stairs, though, because it could be a little bit problematic. Ideally, I would like to block this area with our melee characters. Where is... yeah, okay. Ursa's there, but we won't be able to move her until later.
The blade will not bend.
Right. Unfortunately, I don't have haste for Will. Ah, and he's wearing the wrong hat. I knew stuff like this was gonna happen.
Onward.
Jaheira? Maybe we can get Jaheira? Oh, no. Okay, it's Shadowheart that's kind of in the way.
On the victor's path.
Let me just put Will there for a second. To just show me what kind of options we have. This is looking decent as These guys may be able to die from walking through some of the spikes after being hit. Let's see. Up to 60 damage. I mean, I think that makes sense. For this. Fire and radiant damage. Pure fire damage. Yeah, I think we should do something like this. Suppose it doesn't matter because it could be up to 60, right? Let's do it. Radiating orb. Like that. And I'm just looking at the weapons that these guys have. Some of them look like they might be unarmed. A lot of them look to be holding scimitars, so with that in mind, maybe we should be... Oh no, okay. We don't have Fiendish Resilience available. Oh, he's already got Slashing Resilience anyway, so that's good. So, I think what I could do is just do Brand the Weak on this one.
Worth a try.
Nice. Okay, so we should be dealing extra damage with Jaheira and Will.
And I thought we were going to be friends.
Speaking of Jaheira, we do want to just bring her up this way. I could move her to engage with Silas over here, but I do want to toss out a spell to perhaps maybe kill off some of these guys. Again, just being mindful of the positioning of patrons. I forget what benefits we get from Radiating Orb. I think it's just like additional damage. -1 to their attack rolls for each remaining turn. Okay. Could do Wall of Fire, maybe? Because these guys would have to try and get to us, right? Like, I could do Wall of Fire like that. It's a combination of Wall of Fire and the spikes. I'm hoping this will actually prevent the majority of these enemies from reaching us. They might even just hang out over there, potentially. Let me just rethink this. Or I could do Ice Storm. Why are we having difficulty placing Ice Storm down? Do I need a target? I suppose the reason is because Jaheira isn't actually
I go hunting.
in the right position here, so yeah. Now everything's in view, we should be able to do something like this. Is that what we want, though? She's not concentrating on anything else, so I could do the Wall of Fire. Yeah, I'll do that, because we don't really get to use it very often. I should be able to get like at least 3 of them in. I'm hoping none of the other patrons actually move around. I assume they don't. Cool. So we can always switch that off when we need to, and another thing that I could do is Dazzling Breath. Right here. Oh, and here comes our ghouls. I think they've just joined. Oh, these guys are immune to radiant damage? No, that was probably something else that showed us that was immune, or... hang on. Yeah, it did take 16 radiant damage, so... I think I'm pretty happy with where we're at. Can I portal my way there? Yes, I can. Might be able to finish off one of them, or get them really, really low. Yeah, sure. Alright, we'll leave... I can't even catch my breath. The summon there, that's fine. And Blue's turn. And Will's and Jahira's as well. These guys are just gonna run in. Nice. Okay, so... with Shadow Heart, I think we could do... Glyph of Warding. Place it down here somewhere. Or use regular old Spirit Guardians. Could be good. Is there anything better? This is the only once per campaign spell, isn't it? Probably don't want that in that case.
Got to press on.
I think I'm gonna try Moonbeam. Just over here. And... I don't know, I feel like he probably can't exactly move anywhere anymore, so it might not be a bad idea for us to just tuck her there. Could do spiritual weapon, actually. Yeah, maybe. We'll go later. It can probably take a attack of opportunity though, if we're lucky. Counterspell, psionic backlash.
Got a finger in your eyeballs.
Okay, well, there goes the firewall. Iron-bound pursuit. Launch a flying kick that pushes the target back 2 meters and knocks it prone. Well, was not banking on that. Though, I think we should be able to get Ursa in here and dealing a little bit more damage. Or do we go with Bert the Weasel? I think we try to gang up on Silas. Nice. And just another attack. Or not. Could disengage here. And just reposition. Maybe just over here. Lock off this area.
Such pretty skin flaps. I want them.
So what does open wounds do? Rend a creature's flesh and make them bleed for 2 turns. But she saved on that, so didn't even take any effect, which is good. Probably take damage from Moonbeam here, but like this is the only thing that I can do. Okay, not a lot of damage. Oh. I was not expecting them to jump over all of this. So I suppose keeping the spike growth going is not really going to be beneficial. We may as well use Hunter's Mark in that case. Good. Let's try and move up a little bit. Might use Brace here. That didn't really do too much. Hamstring shot. One more. Damn it. Okay. Let's push blue back. And I suppose the ghoul should go next. Finally. Being of use. Will. Let's do Booming Blade. Up to 30 damage. Nice. And well, that didn't really do as much as I thought it would. I suppose we didn't really get lucky on it. Pommel strike. I think this might be worthwhile. Ah, well, unless we miss. Sorry, what just happened there? Was that the effect of Cosmic Omen, maybe? Possibly.
Still standing.
Leave him there.
No matter what you heard.
Yeah, still one more tucked away back there. So, with Moonbeam, I thought there was a way to move it as a bonus action or something. Oh no, you need to expend an action to move it. I see. So... do I move it by just selecting Moonbeam here, or is there some other way to do it? I don't see it in this section here, which is where I would normally expect to see it. Yeah, I'll do this. And I'll also do this. Alright. And it's Jaheira done. Our elemental should be able to portal in here and finish the job as well, you would hope.
Are you alright?
Okay.
I'm fine, Dad. What about you?
Don't mind
So everyone's just gone back to drinking. I might check in with everyone here to see how everyone's feeling about the entire situation. There's a bit of looting to be done as well. And all things considered, I think we deserve some kind of a reward, no?
It's a friendly-looking shadow.
I'll take that as a potential reward.
At the ready.
What were those monsters? If there is so much as a scratch on you, I'm going to ruin Grizzly.
Dad, breathe. I'm all right. And you, thank you for stopping those, whatever they were.
I mean, we don't even know what's happened to Grizzly.
What were those monsters?
Dad.
Part of the flock. Auntie Ethel welcomes you, dearie. Didn't sell it.
What's inside?
Bert the Weasel Adams. And there's a scimitar here. Should grab that. Yeah, it is probably time for a long rest, but we'll do that once we leave the Blushing Mermaid. And do we need to report back to the Hag survivors, to Mayrina perhaps, or maybe to Laura?
The hells is the captain?
Why didn't she stop them freaks?
I should speak up.
I've seen some dark shit down at the Maid, but I had never seen anything like them monsters. Thank you for taking them down.
There's a matter of also going down this way and checking out the cellar down below. Maybe the captain might be in there. We'll take a look momentarily. Does this also lead down to the cellar? It could.
I need a drink. Bloody else.
You and me both, mate. Right. What about these guys?
We need to tell the captain about this. He's old friends with Grizzly.
We'll get the word out, but this ain't our problem. Nor yours, mate. Suggest you Scarpa while the going is good.
Bosun?
Bloody hells, that was some ruckus. I catch you fighting any more drunks, I'll toss you all outside. Even if they did deserve a clatter.
The thanks I get. Bloody hell. I didn't fight drunks, I fought redcaps.
Redcap? One of them pointy-looking fuckers? You know, I thought I saw it...
Magic tickles your senses. Someone, or something, has tampered with his memory.
Sorry, mate. Only red near as my patrons' faces when they've had a few too many. Take it easy, yeah?
I don't know if I want to convince him to leave. Until, at the very least, we check out what's going on in the cellar. Oh, quick save here. Curious. Oh! Something going on here. It definitely looks like there could be a pathway. Fire wine barrel. So... I suppose we might need something to ignite it, right? Really? Nothing? Oh, yes, okay, something. Oh. Alright. Has the hag taken up some residence in here? Alright,
Never a
let me just come back to blue for a second here. Let's take a look at our journal. Avenge the hag survivors. We learned that Captain Grizzly is none other than Auntie Ethel. She fled to the cellar. Time to end this. Save Vanra. Captain Grizzly transformed. Yep, we know that. So... there's nothing about, like, going out and maybe reporting back or anything like that. But isn't there something about the hag that we need to try and do? We read a book about her digestive system, didn't we? That's what I recall. Hag's Bane. This is what we need. Ashes of dried Feyflower. Any essence. And then we should get Hag's Bane. But then, where do we get ashes of dried fayflower. This is probably not the best place for us to be looking at this stuff because we don't actually have any of our ingredients with us. So let's actually bring everyone together. Let's leave. And what I would say is from here we should just go back to the hotel room and we should actually do a long rest, get everyone rested up, and potentially leveled up as well, because we've got a little bit of leveling to do, apparently. But most importantly, the reason why we're here is just to take a look at all of this. We should now be able to extract ingredients, take a look at the Hag's Bane here. The Fayflower. One second. So, I've got a whole bunch of stuff in storage. Here. So, I might need to just pull this out for a second and then, you know, we can determine if we actually have the capacity to make the bloody thing or not. There's also the matter of, like, when is the right timing to actually use it. Fire explosive. Bombs. I'll send all of that to camp. Send that to camp as well. So... yeah, looks good. Man, I've got a lot of scrolls. Let me just throw that in there. Okay, good times. Now, let's grab all this stuff. Okay, so we should be able to extract all ingredients. And now, let's take a look at these grenades. Okay. I still can't make Hag's Bane. Which means that I probably shouldn't pursue this quest until we do get it. Alright. I think what I'll do, and, you know, instead of doing that long rest, I think we could just go back to the Hag survivors. I want to just have a chat with Mayrina again, and see if there's anything new that, you know, she says and her group says about the entire situation, and maybe they could even point out where we might be able to find some of the ingredients that we're looking for. Oh, I'm encumbered. Forgot about that. Let's fix that. Yeah, looking better, but we are sort of a little bit heavy, aren't we? There's a lot of stuff on us. Might need to sort of manage that a little bit. But I'll do that between episodes, I reckon. Let's go back out there.
You want a drink?
Okay, back to Hag survivors. We need Old Gallows place. So if these guys don't have the answer to where to find the ingredients, then we might need to leave that quest until much, much later. And then, you know, once we find the ingredient in question, we should come back.
There's nothing.
Irina?
Connor, honey, don't wander off. Sorry, did it work? Is the hag dead?
I found the hag. It's Auntie Ethel. She's back.
Gods! I should have known. Who else would have turned me into a sheep? To think she's been a stone's throw from Connor and me this whole time. Wait. Ethel's magic turned him into this monster. If she's still alive, maybe that's why he's stuck like this. If you kill Ethel, maybe he can be human again.
The problem is, if she dies, does Vanra die as well? I'm not sure. Maybe?
It's a long shot, but it's all I've got. Just focus on killing Ethel. The sooner she's dead, the bloody better.
Okay, but I was hoping for that ingredient, or at least a clue to the location of the ingredient.
Careful.
Does she say anything else?
Sorry. Did it work? Is the hag dead?
How's your husband's condition?
At the beginning, I saw a spark of the old Connor in his eyes. But recently, nothing. But I won't give up. I can't.
Alright, I'm curious about also going to Basilisk Gate and seeing if we can find Laura again. I can't remember where we spoke to her though. It was near Basilisk Gate somewhere.
Are the gods truly this petty?
To its new and brilliant dawn.
Yeah, actually, I can't remember where she is. Might have to review some of the footage if I really want to find her. Okay. Well, back to camp then. Because we may as well get all of the leveling done, and I do want to check in with everyone about what's happened so far. So, do we do the leveling now, or... yeah, I think we do it now. So, let's go with Blue first. Hopefully, I don't need to make some very tough decisions here. We can sort of move on pretty quickly. Oh, okay, we've got a feat. Do we go with another ability improvement? So... I think so, because I've already taken, like, one other feat, which is the alert feat, right? So, I want his dex to come up to 20. So, yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. Come to think of it, I may have needed to replace spell there, but... you know what, it's okay. I'm pretty happy with the spells that I'm using for blue right now. Yeah, so we're going to have to decide on feats for everyone. Maybe ability improvement here as well. She's already got up to 20 wisdom. Just trying to think of, you know, what spells she uses and whether or not a lot of them are concentration spells requiring a bit more, you know, constitution. This is a bit of a tricky one because her dex is at 15. And that additional point doesn't really do too much for us. I wonder if it's worth taking another feat instead. Here's an idea. Could I give her the ability to use bows? And that way she won't need to wear these gloves, or she's not tied to those gloves in order for her to use a bow. You can use 2 weapon fighting even if your weapons aren't light, and you gain a +1 bonus to armor class while wielding a melee weapon in each hand. You cannot dual wield 2-handed weapons. Offensive duelist. Crossbow expert. So I guess it's just the armor proficiency that gives you an additional point into something. Maybe I can give her heavily armored so that she can start wearing like heavy armor. And I can give her 1 more point into dexterity. I am quite confused. But I think this might be decent. Let's go for it anyway, because, you know, we could respec. Hang on. Gain armor proficiency with heavy armor, and your strength increases by... Oh, sorry, it's only strength. Right. Okay, this one we do have the option of choosing. I don't know about her wearing light armor, though. I might need to respec her. So I might just give her alert for now. To give her a little bit more of an initiative boost. She can prepare spells anytime, right? As far as I remember. Okay, an additional spell for will. I don't know, I like the idea of perhaps maybe getting Hold Monster. Because we're really going to be just using Booming Blade for the most part. Throw, like, some fireballs, maybe. I'm gonna go with that. Eldritch Invocations. Okay, so Life Drinker, attacks made with your weapon deal additional necrotic damage equal to your Charisma modifier. And he's got pretty decent Charisma here. And I feel like with our next feat, his Dex is also... Yeah, this is this is definitely problematic. We could put like additional points into Charisma, bring it up to 20. Minions of Chaos, Conjure Elemental with a Warlock spell slot, Otherworldly Leap, Whispers of the Grave, Dreadful Word, Sign of Ill Omen, Mage Armor, Cast False Life. It's one with Shadow. Vanish into darkness and become invisible as long as you stand still. Yeah, okay. I think Life Drinker makes a lot of sense in this case. Replace spell. So we probably don't need Hold Person. And instead, because we've got Hold Monster, we could probably go with something else. I'm thinking Wall of Fire. Yeah, let's do that. Wall of Fire. And for the feat... yeah, I mean... it's hard to argue for anything else. I do want to just bring his charisma up. I would say maybe we are going to need to do another respec for Will to, you know, shave off the 1 point for dexterity and place it elsewhere. That makes a little bit more sense. I'm liking how Will is going so far, though. Shadow Heart. We can prepare spells another time. Planar Ally. Beseech one of these otherworldly entities for aid. Blade Barrier. Could be cool. I suppose we can always switch things out later when we really want to. Hero's Feast is obviously quite useful. Which actually, come to think of it, I can't remember if I've remembered to use it, but anyway. I don't know about having another level 6. Does she gain, like, another level 6 spell slot? Let's maybe replace that with something a little lower. Actually... yeah, sorry. Let's do... goodness me. This is such an underwhelming spell, and then everything else doesn't look that interesting either. Maybe Death Ward could be interesting if we know that, you know, one of our allies are going to go down. We could cast that. As for the feat, I mean, she's already got decent strength. I'd probably bring her wisdom up a little bit more. take that ability improvement, or we could go with alert as well. But I think this is decent. Alright, so time for a long rest. Do I check in with everyone right now? Oh, yes, we do want to have a chat with people who want to have a chat, obviously.
In it.
So, Gortash's parents sold him to a warlock. Why does that? I've got no interest in empathy when you
Okay,
get.
we have seen this conversation before, so I'm not entirely sure why it's happening again. Alright. Long rest time. We'll obviously check in with everyone, but you know what? Considering the timing of this episode, this might be a good place for us to call it. When we come back, we'll have a chat with everyone in the tavern hotel, and we'll have a sleep, and then we'll continue the journey. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about taking on the hag immediately, so I'm keeping an eye out for the correct ingredient that we need to make that that grenade. Ashes of dried fey flower. Yeah, I'm hoping there's going to be an opportunity to try and find it. And I hope the whole deal with the hag is not timed. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Drop me a like if you enjoyed it, as usual, or a dislike if you didn't. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.